Hello everybody, and welcome back to another game from the League of Dracula for 2024. This is a match between Burcmali playing as the Hunters and Terminus playing as Dracula. Welcome one and all into the live stream. Welcome everybody who's watching this back after the fact. I hope you're all doing well. I'm looking forward to another exciting game of Fury of Dracula. I'm commentating solo for this one. Hopefully we get some people in the chat. Hello, Geordie. Welcome, welcome. Now we can have a fun game of Fury of Dracula for you. We had a game earlier today from the top of the table between Ariel and Pizza Wizard. I will not spoil the result of that game if anybody hasn't watched it yet. This match is from two players further down the table, but that does not make it any less intriguing or any less exciting. It's the joy of this tournament when you get players who are equally matched against each other. It will make, a very intriguing and fascinating encounter, I'm sure. We've got the old guard of Burcmali. Very experienced players, been in the community longer than I have, and maybe, I dare say, maybe one of the more unpredictable Hunter players to come up against. Burcmali's never scared to use a sense of emergency or chartered carriage if it could work out in his advantage. And then we've got Terminus, new player just for this tournament, has never played in tournaments before, but has proven himself already to be a very studious player of the game, a very inquisitive player, and quite a mean and ruthless Dracula if given the chance. So this... And they're also just both very nice people. So this is going to be good fun. I'm sure. So hello everybody in the live stream. You can lurk if you so wish, but by all means, putting your messages into the chat, say hi, put in your predictions, what you think Dracula is. The start that Burcmali has used here is with, I think it was Mina was in Vienna. Mina and Godalming separated between Munich and Vienna, Van Helsing and Liverpool. This might seem strange to, you newer people who are in the community, but that was very much the meta start when I joined. The position of Van Helsing would change sometimes. Would always be in the UK, but would change between Liverpool, Edinburgh, or even Manchester and London. Just depending on what type of Britannica start you wanted to try and stop. And also then, do you care if Van Helsing gets quickly onto the mainland, or if not, just put him in Liverpool or Manchester? Having the two hunters separated between Munich and Vienna is not as efficient in terms of trading, but it allows for a very cheeky psychic scan of either Germany or Austria-Hungary, or potentially they could both meet up in Venice, but they wouldn't do so until they've got lots of good items under their belt. So because of that, Dracula is then discouraged from starting in Austria-Hungary and Germany, and potentially also Italy. Whereas start like I would use as an example, where you've got the two hunters in Vienna, yeah, sure, they could psychic scan Austria-Hungary, but, Dracula won't start there, but Germania is still open, right? So it eliminates potentially 3 possible regions for scanning, more likely 2, rather than just the 1. So, what you're losing... And also you're getting more coverage then if you get an evil presence, it covers more of the map this way. Because Munich is quite a good place for a local rumors, better, or evil presence, better than Vienna. Vienna doesn't have many connections. Vienna only has 4. Whereas Munich has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's slightly better. But it does cover more of the map then, because if Dracula is trying to sneak through Italy, Zurich, evil presence will hit. It eliminates places like Nuremberg. Strasbourg is not, because it's a rail line, not a road. But still, it makes Dracula a little bit more cautious if you see 2 hunters in Munich rather than Vienna. It also discourages Dracula from starting around, Geneva or Clermont-Ferrand, because the hunters are slightly closer. So, with every hunter starting position, there will always be positives and there will always be negatives. And the way you have to do it is just weigh up what you think... What aspects of the play that you like, and also how much do you care about Dracula starting location, things that potential areas which are weaknesses. I was talking to Mr. Green earlier, and Mr. Green has started using Superhero Start recently because he just hates it when Dracula starts east, right? So he's put in the using the Superhero Start. We got Godalming and Seward in Vienna rather than Mina to try to combat that. But other people will say, nope, you have to have Mina with Godalming, so then Mina is not as weak. She can't get preyed on by Dracula as easily. You can then use Psychic Scan, you can then use Hypnosis, right? There are always going to be advantages and disadvantages. You have to weigh up what you think is best. Burcmali is old school, so if he is just very comfortable with using the old setup where you've got, Quincy and Quincy, I'm so used to Quincy Morris using the setup, Godalming and Mina separated. If that's what you're comfortable with, just keep it. You don't need to change. I mean, there is an argument that you have to adapt to different metas, but at the same time, if you're just really comfortable with a certain starting setup, just keep using it, right? You don't need to adjust your thinking, right? I'm not saying I'm going to use... I mean, I've... Especially during the Immortal Invitational, and then, since the update, I've been doing some different starts, Superhero Start, the Worm Talon variant, where it's starting in Munich. So far in the tournament, I've used my normal setup, just because I just feel more comfortable with it, right? I'm just more comfortable with that. But I might switch it up later on. We don't know. I have played with the others. Geordie saying in chat, the East is free. Terminus will start there. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Terminus does like to be a really, really mean Dracula player and start doing shenanigery with layering and all this sort of thing. So, and also the East is really hard, right? We've seen it in so many games. If the hunters are just slightly ill-equipped the wrong way, they don't have the movement. I mean, Mina's got a horse. That's a good start. Okay, nice Psychic Scan. But, if they don't have movement to get in, or they don't have movement to get out, or then suddenly one of them dies, and then you got this massive trail to deal with, a lot of things can happen. It makes it more predictable what Dracula's going to do. Dracula's either going to try and sneak through this little corridor, which is quite difficult to do, but it's not impossible. Or it's going to try and sneak around, leave Ionian and Tyrrhenian Sea. And then Huns can kind of prepare for that. Not like Central Europe, where Dracula can then go in lots of different directions. But, it's an extremity. The rail lines aren't very good. You need horses, but then if you suddenly lose horses, or there's a spy that triggers and you can't resupply, things can go rough really quickly in the East. Well, we've also seen it in other games this tournament, where Dracula starts East, thinks he's completely safe, and then suddenly gets pounced on by two hunters. And dies very fast. So, anything is possible. Oh! Okay. It looks like Burcmali is going to sky on Austro-Hungaria now. Moving to a small city, which is kind of interesting, because then Godalming cannot supply very well from here. This is risky stuff moving around, because you might end up undersupplying. But then again, if... Okay, that's good. Horse economy looks very well set up, so that's definitely a positive for Burcmali. That's very good. Oh! I thought there'd be a Psychic Scan. Oh, this is very bold. I mean, if they find Dracula here in the East, potentially get an early fight, then the trail will be very short. That's very good for the hunters. Hey, Snuff! Hello, hello. You're most welcome, Snuff. I also streamed the game between Ariel and Pizza Wizard earlier, so if you want to check out how your competitors did, Snuff, it's on the channel. No spoilers here. No spoilers here. Gyro's here. Hello, Gyro. Welcome, welcome. Gyro's saying that I'm non-partisan, would love to see Terminus get the W, but also go Burcmali. Exactly. Burcmali is a crowd pleaser. Burcmali is a fan favorite, just because of the shenanigans. And the unpredictability in his play can end up with really cool results. And lots of combat and lots of really exciting things happening. But then, yes, it's good to also see Terminus getting another victory too as a newbie. Currently, in terms of the positions, Terminus has got 3 wins out of 8, which is a good start. Especially as Terminus is still learning, so that will... Oh, there may be a spoiler or two in the Discord. Oh! Oh dear. Sorry, Snuff. Oh dear. That's the problem being admin, you see everything. So yeah, Terminus is just outside the top 12. So remember, out of the 18 players, it's the top 12 that qualify. Terminus is just outside the top 12. Equan wins with, I think it's you, Geordie, right? Who's in 12th place with 3 wins as well. So it's only, I think, Medium Buchholz, which is like our first tiebreaker. There's 2 tiebreakers. Medium Buchholz, which calculates the difficulty, more or less, of your opponents. And then IDS, which is influence damage score. Burcmali has 2 wins out of 8, but Burcmali has a very high medium Buchholz score because he's played against a lot of very tough opponents. Not only opponents that have beaten him, but then have gone on to win loads of games as well. So if Burcmali just wins 1 or 2 games in this phase, he will shoot up the table. Just because, will overtake all the people who are tied on wins with him. I assume, unless the medium Buchholz calculation does something different. Burcmali the Bold, absolutely. Snuff the Chuffed. That's very British. Chuffed. But yeah, Terminus are... it's going to be really, really, really close, right? Just right now, we've got, Geo, Terminus, and Hero 1 all tied on 3 wins each. So they're right on that, borderline between knockout qualification or not. But then if Burcmali wins a couple, we're shooting up the table. This is very risky for Burcmali if he doesn't find him and Dracula's actually started Central or Italy. All this movement's for nothing. He could find him. It could be Salonika, Athens, Valona. I like that the other 2 are still supplying. So at least... Maybe... Gadaming and Mina just supplied such amazing items that Burcmali decided, I'm not going to sit here and end up supplying more stuff. Oh, that's good. Oh, Snuff says, why am I chuffed? Does it mean happy? Yes, chuffed. At least, the fact you're asking me makes me assume it's not an American thing. Yeah, chuffed is a British way of saying that you're extremely happy. And you should be chuffed. Top of the league. 9-1. Come on, doesn't get any better. It doesn't get much better than that after 10 games. Not Bucharest and not Rome. So it's a good check of Italy. That would have been pretty bad if suddenly, and it's impossible to be Southern Italy without going through Rome at this point. I mean, maybe they have newspaper. So Burcmali knows that Burcmali's going to draw. Is going to reveal. So this movement is just to get a little bit closer, in case it is the East. I saw that. Whoever's putting those love hearts in the chat. It's very kind. Snuffing and bluffing his way to the top of the pile. Can you use snuffing in this context? Bluffing, yes. Bluffaluffagus. I don't know how much bluffing you've been doing these days, though, Snuff. Yeah, Snuff plus bluff equals chuff, exactly. Chuffaluffagus. Geordie says, yes, true. I don't know, what was that in reference to, Geordie? Oh, right. Tybo, Terminus, and Hero 1. I think your live stream is a bit behind, Geordie. I said that a while ago. Unless you paused it. But it's really close. And I think this is what the really cool thing is now, right? Because it's going to be... There'll be very, very few players in the league, especially going into the 4th phase of the league, the final 4 games. There'll be very few people whose games are meaningless. In terms of the, qualification. It's going to be really close. So I guess then, Geordie, who do you want to win out of these 2? I guess you probably want Burcmali, so then Terminus doesn't get a win ahead of you, I suppose. But then Burcmali's got a good medium Buchholz. Well, as long as we get a good game of Fear of Dracula... Hey, he does have newspaper. Okay, so... Oh, wow. All this eastern movement for nothing. Goodness me. Well, he can still get there. If there's an excellent weather on Van Helsing, he can deal with this. Seward could deal with Le Havre, depending if Bordeaux or Paris are Well, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Jordy saying you could have won a game against Burcmali. Yeah. Yeah. Games were close. The games were very close. That's what you want, really. You just want close, fun games of Fear of Dracula. Obviously, it's not. It's high. It's not much. Consolation. That's what I want. Not much consolation if you lose. It was a really good game, but I lost. But yeah, the games have been close. That's good. That's what we want to see, right? We want to see close games all up and down the table. Ooh, been rolling slow, but okay. Yeah, but I guess because Van Helsing started in Liverpool, right? Or Manchester, rather, sorry. I don't know my UK geography now, that's awful. Because Van Helsing started in Manchester, it's harder to get to Le Havre. Unless you have excellent weather, but then you're using excellent weather to stop an encounter, not to pounce on Dracula. And then even if they do with Le Havre, what if it's a hoax? And then suddenly you've got to try and find this vampire next to it. There are 3 spaces next to Le Havre. They might pick wrong, especially since Seward didn't move. I would have thought that Seward would have moved, unless he has a chartered carriage to get up to Le Havre. Terminus must want to get layers going. Yeah, Gallia is not really a location you see to layer, right? You want to try and get into an extremity and then you can run around in circles, but I don't know if this is going to be as good. I mean, just layering the things, you know, if you've gone down these sort of port cities, Bordeaux, Marseille, you know, then you can do some really cool stuff. You can put fogs, you can put bats, which can really, because port cities are probably the more common places for hunters to walk into, right? Because they're on good rail line connections. If you've gone to sea, they'll go there, and you can really slow them down. But actually trying to go around in circles to do the lair combo, I mean, maybe Terminus is doing that. It's very possible that Terminus has gone around in a loop. So let's say there's 5 more cards now. So Le Havre, Nantes, Bordeaux, Clermont-Ferrand, Paris is now going to move into Brussels, and then when Le Havre falls off the trail, gets layered, moves back onto it, so now you got a triple thing. Never mind. There's wolf forming instead. So I assume it's wolf forming away from all this trail, but might not be. This could be like a wolf form to Brussels, as an example. I was going to say, the Huns haven't supplied as much as they would normally, but there's still 6 cards to discard. If he's from Munich, which is where the other Huns started, they could get to Le Havre, get to Strasbourg, and then get to Le Havre in another day. They're going to need a charter carriage or excellent weather, otherwise this Le Havre thing is definitely maturing. And there are 6 Dracula cards in the... Oh, he only moved 1 space. Interesting. Alright, here comes Seward. Choo-choo. Up to Paris. Ooh, okay. So it makes it... Well... I think Gadami should move to Nuremberg, because then... You could at least then fast forward to Brussels. If it's not Brussels, then you backtrack to Nantes for this rumoured vampire. Oh, Le Havre's gonna mature, folks. Are we gonna get an early hoax in the way? Possibly. Well, this I like, though, because you can Psychic Scan. It'd feel really bad if Mina didn't roll enough to get to Munich. I mean, Le Havre could still get layered, because then Van Helsing's going to walk onto it and you get walloped with a double encounter. I assume it's going to be Nantes as the rumour token, because it's... Oh, not in Germany. Okay. Just because it's more out of the way, it's a little more difficult to get to, but then maybe it might go in Brussels, because who would check Brussels? Mina could get to Brussels. She has a chartered carriage. And that would be the equivalent of 3 roads, so... Oh, layering Lahav. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, good psychic scan, I agree. That does rule out quite a bit. Could have wolfed him to Prague, depending on the trail. But we need more information. He could go back to Le Havre now. Would you go back to Le Havre when you've got... Gyro saying, little disappointed to see that mature. It didn't mature, though. It did mature. It got layered, so now Van Helsing's going to get walloped by a double encounter. Unless he now steps around and goes up North Sea or North Atlantic. Yeah, because you got a bit of a delay on your stream, Gyro. Everyone's on a slight delay. Yeah, little disappointed to see that mature, and then goes, it's layered anyway. Ooh! Early renewed vigor, people! Oh! Ooh! Hey, Ariel's in the chat. Hello, Ariel. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's a bit nasty for Van Helsing. What do you do? Do you really move him into that? I mean, he could die if it's only like 2 wolves or something. Ah, he's going to North Sea. But because he's got to see his renewed vigor actions wasted, maybe you just go into Le Havre. Oh, that's the only problem. Oh, it's a hiding nonce. Wow. Wow. So depending on what this hide card is, you might not be able to stop it. Maybe that's why he played the renewed vigor, to try and stop it, but then the problem is Van Helsing lost his renewed vigor action because he didn't want to step into Le Havre. I mean, rightly so. All it takes is bats and wolves. He takes maybe 2 or 4 damage, batted into this new vampire, then dies at night. I mean, I completely appreciate Burcmali not wanting to send him to Le Havre, but then I don't think you play renewed vigor then. Save the renewed vigor, and if you... Because imagine now he can't kill this vampire. He's then used renewed vigor for nothing. Oh, good punch, though. Ooh. Yeah, Gyro, what is happening here? He's in Iberia. I mean, it looks like it. I mean, it might not be. It could be a wolf form from Marseille. I mean, it wouldn't be Nuremberg, but it could be a wolf form into Florence, going down the boot. Couldn't... I said he could have been in Prague. I didn't expect him to be hidden in Nantes, but he could have been in Strasbourg. Wolf storms to Prague. They miss him because of the psychic scan. He's now in Vienna. And they could all dash the other way. There's so many places he could be. Oh, sorry, I missed the combat, people. I keep looking at the map. I'm so sorry. I'm just... Oh, it's a double vampire. Ooh, so if he has a stake... If he has a stake, he can deal with this at night, but he's going to get pummeled by the other new vampire. Well, he has another action, right? Oh yeah, he has 2 actions, doesn't he? So he should stake during the day then, so he has a day combat with the other thing. Oh. Safe in Iberia. Yeah, but... I agree, but then the thing is he's on a rail line. How... Well, I don't know. Do we have a meme yet for Scots are not looking at combat? Yes, we do. It's already in the live stream reel. I don't know if it's appeared yet, but it is in the it is in the reel. I think it is. It's definitely in the Discord. I'll check after this game if it's in the reel or not. I'm so sorry. I've got ADHD, and also the map's more interesting. Because the players are having to pick their cards, so I'd rather talk about something. But it's okay. I'll stay on the combat. I'll stay away from the mouse. Okay, good escape. That strikes me that he has a stake, then. I'll refrain. I'll try my very best. I can't remember who made it. I think it might have been Strider, to be honest. He hates it when I do that. To be fair, it was something that Roscoe always said. My mouse goes across the screen like this, like an excitable bee. That was before the changes. I thought as I got older, my ADHD got better, but I don't think it has. Yeah, I know, exactly. But then, well, at least Strider's not here. Strider shouts at me when I don't look at the combat. But I guess if Strider's not here, I should look at the map as much as possible. So does Suid have a stake? That's the question. I mean, if there's a stake, then you take the day fight. There's a lot of places he could be right now. I mean, a Wolfform from Marseille would be very good. Wolfform from Strahd, that's the problem. This means he could have Wolfform from potentially two of the most dangerous spaces on the board. Strasbourg or Marseille. But even a Wolfform from Toulouse would be pretty bad, because he could go into Genoa, and the Hunters might skip Italy. Oh man, this is so risky. I'd rather... I don't know. I'd rather supply first with your Renewed Vigor actions. If you're a Psychic Sander, that makes sense to me. I'd rather supply first, because you might get a hired scout, and then you move in the right direction. You're not using Renewed Vigor here to... Oh, he's got a stake. Good. Okay, so that vampire is dealt with. So good job, Burcmali. So in some ways, the Renewed Vigor is worth it. Because it means he's able to stake this during the day. You'll go into a day combat. He shouldn't die here. I say. I hope I haven't jinxed it. No, haven't jinxed it. Okay, well, I hope not. Suid can then heal at night, supply one more day, heal again, and then off he goes. Stop the rumor token. Okay, stops the escape. For those of you who can't see it, Gyro's written in chat saying, if Scott Sword and not Spielberg had directed Indiana Jones, they would have cut away from every action scene to the map travel montage. I mean, I've just adopted like Urukamania's like take that I hate combat. I'm not sure. I love combat. I think combat's a really vital part of this game. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. If Burcmali plays this correctly, Suid should still survive this combat. No, I do like combat. Combat, so it's so cool that you got these different aspects of the game, right? You've got the deduction side, the bluffing. You got bluffing in all different aspects, right? But you've got the deduction, the hidden movement, resource management, and combat. And ultimately, you know, people will love the game for different things. In order to win a game of Fear of Dracula, you need to try and dominate most of those aspects, but you can just very easily dominate just one aspect and you win the game. Ooh, plays a rifle. Well, in the end, it didn't actually work out too badly, but if the vampire had played strength there, then that would have been bad, because Suid could have died, because you tried to escape, takes 2 more damage, then dodges, and then escapes and takes 2 more damage. Be careful, Burcmali. Don't now... Whoa! God, he's playing with fire. I mean, fair enough, it's working. Bullets? No, no bullets. Wow! If Dracula just played 2 strengths there, Suid would be fucked. Fangs. Okay. Okay, Suid won't die now. If Terminus had just played standard strength there... I don't know, did he play 1 strength before? No, he didn't. If he just played standard... Whoa. Baiting into claws. Well, I guess he was... It worked. He baited into claws. But that's just the non-safe way of playing. If the Dracula player there played 2 strengths, Suid's dead. Because of the plotting. He's still playing rifle. Doesn't matter, he's not going to die now, but he could have taken a lot less damage here. He doesn't... Let's take the positives from a hunter perspective. Suid didn't die. And Suid can heal really quickly, so it's fine. It's not a big deal, it's not the end of the world. But But still, I think Sud could have taken half of the damage in that combat. Well, no, he probably would have taken a very similar amount. Maybe not, depending on what Dracula drew, I suppose. Well, it's fine. Look, important thing is, the Rumor token got dealt with, right? The Sud has now time to resupply again and heal. Oh, day trading. Not even psychic scanning or her moving again. So I got hiccups now. Oh, he killed one. Yeah. He staked the not one. He staked it, and then he just had a duel out. But that was actually, in some ways, a good use of Renewed Vigor, because he was able to then stake it, and then he was able to just deal with the other combat during the day phase. So that's good. But imagine this was a fog or a bat. Oh, he went to Italy. Oh my goodness. Good psychic scan. Not the way I would have used Renewed Vigor, but if it works, it works. And now suddenly Terminus is going to be like, oh my god, he found me really quickly. Right? So now Terminus is going to have to react very quickly to this now, in terms of, if Dracula's going down the boot, okay, but then the trail is going to get cut at some point. Yeah. I wonder if Terminus didn't have strength or didn't realize plotting would make strength hit Burcmali on escape attempt. That's a very good question, Snuff. I don't know the answer to that. I like to think that Terminus would have known, but, you know, I shouldn't assume one way or the other. I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't know. Again, easy for us to sit here with experience and also without the stress of playing. It's also possible that because of the way the plotting screen appears, I've done it a lot. Now it's better because of the way it's been revamped. But you would often forget that the card you're choosing is for plotting, not your next combat card. So you might end up picking the wrong one by mistake. You might suddenly go, oh, I'm going to play Claws now. Oh, no, I should have picked up Strength, right? You just realize you're picking the wrong thing. It's definitely better than it used to be, but sometimes it's not exceedingly clear. Especially if you're a new player playing with a different, you know, language or whatever. But anyway. This is a very exciting game. We've had a lot happen. I like this other Rumor token. Puts pressure on the hunters. And then while Dracula's fleeing from Italy. I mean, Dracula's in Italy now. But that doesn't mean he's now in Munich. He could have gone Genoa, Venice, and now in Munich. That is definitely a possibility. So I guess the question is, do the hunters check that? Do they just dive into the boot? I would probably take one turn to backtrack to Munich. That's personally what I would do. Because I would hate it. I would hate it so much if you go into the boot. Oh. What? He didn't go through Genoa. So he must have wolfed from Marseille to Florence then. So he could still be in... He could still be in Munich. Okay, they're only one space away from him, but I think problem is, going to Florence doesn't tell you anything. You have to go to Rome to find out if he's gone down the boot or not. I would have checked Munich just to be sure. But that's okay. There's a lot of things to consider. But imagine then if you go to Munich and check it's empty, you've then wasted a turn going up here when Gadami has to then go and deal with this stuff, and you're delayed dealing with this trail. It's okay. I see arguments for both. What do we think, people in chat, before he gets revealed at some point? Do you think Dracula's done sneaky things and is now in Munich? Or do you think Dracula is actually deep in the boot, and now Dracula is in... like Naples or Bari? Oh, never mind. I think that tells us the answer. Before any predictions could come in, at least on my screen. And there's a delay to the live stream. That tells us everything. He was in the boot. I probably would have stayed one more turn. Because the chances of an additional renewed vigor is unlikely. Okay. That's fine. Sue could go and deal with Clermont-Ferrand and Marseille. Is there any way he could be hiding in Venice? I don't think so. The hide just fell off the trail. So no. Yes, enough. It could have been Florence and then to Venice, but the fact now he's gone to sea means that's impossible. Ooh. Okay, that's potentially scary for Godalming. Right, but because of the hide, he can't have gone to sea now with the hide, because the hide had just fallen off the trail. Oh! Seward didn't deal with Clermont-Ferrand. Oh my god. Well, honestly, if it is something like a vampire, I probably wouldn't care, because it wipes the rumour token and we've got one thing to deal with. I actually wouldn't mind that. I'd probably take that as a win for the hunters, to be honest. Godalming could just come undelayed and then deal with the last thing. Mina gets onto a port city, gets ready to move around, or not move around, but to pick up evil presence or local rumors or do a psychic scan or hypnosis. Never mind. Godalming, Mina's rolling. Mina can get it. Yeah, I don't know if I want Mina backtracking though. No, never mind. Mina's going into the boot. What would be a bad thing to mature? Hoax would be pretty bad. And it wouldn't be a weird thing to put a hoax after the double vamp, because you may be thinking, well, on the off chance that the hoax does, if the vampire, what am I saying? On the off chance that the vampire doesn't mature, which in this case, that's what happened. Oh, nice escape route, very good. There's a chance that the hunter gets beaten so much up they don't want to go down to Clermont-Ferrand. I have to quickly go AFK for 1 second, folks. So that was a very good escape route. Can somebody keep their beady eyes on the live stream and let me know what the mature effect was of the card in Clermont-Ferrand? And anything else wacky happens before I get back. I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? What have I missed? Oh my god, Hoax matured, then CG, then damage power, removes the CG token. All this matter of 1 minute. I can't believe so much has happened in such a short time. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, you guys. Taking the piss out of me. What happened to it? Did it get layered? Oh, it did get layered. Oh my god. Okay. Maybe he's going to go back there. Have triple Marseille encounter and triple Clermont-Ferrand location. They're still not doing with Marseille. Oh, this is going to be fun. If Dracula does go back there. Dracula had 11 points and the Hunters played Super Vampire Lair. Oh! Damn. I love a crucifix surprise. But not when Dracula plays claws or plotting. And the problem is now it's not a surprise. Clermont-Ferrand must have been bats to bat into double vampire. Hey, why not? Very possibly. Why not? Good mesmerize. Oh, good punch though. Nice. Will the vampire draw the strength that it requires? That's the question. Okay, this is Rome. So there's only then, I assume it's Naples? He wouldn't move to second sea space if it was Bari. Seems very unlikely. And Van Helsing's just up there in Hamburg, just chilling out. He had a bit of a detour to avoid going to Le Havre, and now he's just been chilling in Hamburg. I mean, Seward and Van Helsing are supplying a lot. He's giving up a lot of, like, encounter economy and not dealing with these layers and things, but, or spaces, but, plotting. Crucifix. Oh, and he dodged. Oh, rip. Maybe the move is to punch first. Thus, you bait Mesmerize and you play Crucifix. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. But then sometimes Crucifix first is really good because the Hunters, or the problem with that play, Gyro, is a lot of the time you play punch first, and then it's more likely then that the vampire will have a mesmerize, a strength second, right? So they try to strength your knife and they strength for Crucifix. Claws. Oh, she has a rifle. Good rifle. And oh, it's not mesmerized, by the way. This could be a dead vampire. It's going to be tricky with the plotting, though. That's the only problem. Or maybe just play Crucifix and then a rifle. And then worst case scenario, the vampire's left on 1 health. But you got 2 more days to deal with it. Why not? All in all, this has actually not gone too badly for Burcmali. Escape is missed. Crucifix! Oh! That might be the very first time I've seen Crucifix actually cancel Escape is missed. Wow. Goodness. Yeah, you don't want to punch into a fang. No, I agree with you. If you're going to play anything this last round, you play rifle, right? Because worst case scenario, the vampire fangs you for 1 point. But then you trade the damage back. Yep, good play. Good play by the Hunter there. Good play by the Dracula player too to get a point out of this. But then takes it down to 1 health. So it's much easier to kill now. Not easy, but easier. Yeah, no damage. That's the only problem, right? Crucifix only damages Mesmerize and Fang, but not the Escape is missed. I don't know how thematically that works, but keeps him in the combat. It's for the first time I've ever seen it. So, Dracula got a point out of it, which is not bad. Oh! What? They're knife fighting it. Oh, Speedy Telegraph got played. Interesting. Oh my god. I mean, it's a full health Godalming, but I know he can resupply quickly, but... though? Do you really want to knight fight it? I mean, if you kill it for efficiency's sake, it'd be good for you, right? Whoa. Why do you play Speedy Telegraph? And Marseille, yeah, can you imagine now, after all this, and Marseille matures, and it's a vampire? Yeah, I agree with you. Escape is missed. I mean, Escape Mist only does damage if you got Aggie in play. Strength. Okay, cancels the punch. Good strength by the vampire, but also good not to have played a weapon right off the bat. Problem is now... there's a Mesmerize. What does Godalming have? Good question. I don't remember. I think he has a knife. Ariel says he has a knife. So maybe he has a Heavenly Host? There's the Mesmerize. Okay, he dodges it. That's fine, you're not losing a weapon then. Gyro is saying, I'd love to see Dracula attempt to escape his mist, and he gets stopped by a crucifix and all the other hunters finish him off. That would be pretty epic. That'd be pretty epic. I don't know if it would ever happen, but we can dream. I mean, it is a possibility. It has to happen at some point. It's just so rare for Dracula to try to... oh, it's so rare for hunters to carry crucifix. Maybe that should be an achievement, Gyro. What would the achievement be called? Would it be literally be like, don't cross me? One more strength and escape is missed? Yeah, that'd be perfect. If you can break a knife on the way out, that'd be awesome. No, Fangin. Oh, he punched into it. Oh, no. Oh, he gets bitten. Right. 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 Oh, that was risky. Imagine you played the knife there. Oh, no. You don't need to play Great Strength there. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, well, never mind. Don't you worry. Okay, so Gnami got bitten. No, he didn't get bitten. He should have been bitten. Gives up the point because of the Mesmerized Fangs combo at night. But yeah, so as a wee tip for you budding hunter players out there, do not use Great Strength in that situation. I mean, it's good because it means that Gnami's not bitten, so he's less vulnerable for later, he's not revealing stuff. Okay. That's fine. But Great Strength is better from saving a hunter that is about to die. If you've got a hunter who's already bitten, then use Great Strength. Yeah. I agree with you, Gyro. I think you have to then take the only silver lining is that Gadami will not be weakened. But you're then putting Mina at greater risk, and you're putting hunters who are low health at much greater risk. Imagine now Dracula does play really aggressive here and just goes onto Marseille and go, right, sod it, who's going to walk in on me with 3 encounters? The hunters might go, oh, we could get, potentially, with renewed vigor and stuff. Oh, wow. And Ariel called it. It was a vampire and he did mature it. Wow. Goodness me. What a game this has been so far. Back and forth, to say the least. So many things happening. Yeah, the reason why, because Great Strength has the ability to save a hunter who's about to die. That's massive. If it's a bite, you'll always get the influence from it, unless it's like a Fang on Heavenly Host. But I mean, if it's a Mesmerized Fangs combo, you always get the point. So, you know, the point was still given there for Dracula. But imagine a combat with Drac, and that Great Strength saves your hunter from a clause or something, and it allows the hunter to then activate their item card and kill Dracula. Right. So that is why Great Strength is so critical. Wolf form from Terminus. And then the question is, how many encounters is this going to have? Gyro saying, not a terrible outcome for Drac. I guess you mean because of the 6 health. But no trail. Nope, that is very true. He has no trail. But now, suddenly, he could be in... He could have gone Tyrrhenian Ionian, Adriatic Ionian, or Tyrrhenian Mediterranean. Now he's wolf formed. And now the hunters have to find him all over again. Money Trail would be huge. Hypnosis would be huge. Oh, there's the Money Trail. Wow. Okay. Well, they now know what side of the board he's on. I'm surprised he didn't go back to the super layer, but then I guess he reveals instantly where he is, so he probably doesn't want to do that. Unless it's like a wolf form, like sneaky wolf form to like Geneva, and then backtracks. Oh, Van Helsing's not moving. Interesting. Gyro, hype in the chat. Let's go! Yeah, good money trail. And it's a shame that Godalming moved to Venice here and not Zurich, but I guess he was worried about the possibility of him going east. So, it's okay. The Venice move isn't terrible. You're only one space behind Dracula. Or further behind Dracula than you would have been. Will it cost Burcmali? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Yeah, this is a tricky game, you know, to try for both sides to manage here, right? You got over a week until week 4. So Dracula's not going to be accumulating any more points from Fear of Dracula anytime soon. The Hunters know more or less what side of the board he's on, but there's a lot of things they have to check. Currently has no trail. If the Hunters get good movement, and they can get onto Dracula fast, he's suddenly going to be left, potentially, not even in third week, or maybe just at the very beginning of the third week with very little trail. And then he's going to have to take even more damage to go to sea again, depending on how he's gone. And then the Hunters can pounce on him. He has 3 days in 4th week to win. Assuming nothing else matures. Or there are no more bites or fangs or, you know, from reckless vampires or whatever. I don't know. This is a very even game, this. I would say apart from the little slip up there with the extra point and use of great strength, I think Burcmali's played this pretty well, to be honest. I mean, so does Terminus. Terminus hasn't done anything wrong. I thought Terminus was going to be a little bit more kind of bold in terms of returning to lairs, but clearly has decided it's not the type of game to do that. Okay, not Zurich. Gyro put Zurich in the chat, but it wasn't Zurich. Good to check that. Where are the other horses? I'm so confused. Has the item deck not been reshuffled yet? I guess it hasn't. Because you've had 2 hunters almost moving the entire game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the fact this is second week and not third week, this is really good for hunters. Oh, Aggie. That's nice. Ooh, ally. So not searching and then getting back with surprise return later. Ooh, bad tickets are coming out now. That might be the little... I think... Yeah, that might be just a little bit of breathing room that Terminus needs here. If she got to Marseille today, you know, her and Zurich could threaten. What's Snuff saying? I think I want to be in Spain if I'm Terminus. Yeah. The ally means no surprising return? Very possibly. We haven't seen any other allies yet. Only one hired scout, so hired scouts could come out and really ruin Terminus' day here. The problem is, as Dracula, you're always kind of worried, you know, if hunters force you out of Spain really quickly, or Iberia, sorry, very quickly, if Mediterranean is still on the trail and won't slide off, you're forced to go South Atlantic, North Atlantic. And the hunters then know exactly where you're going. I mean, you can do some sneaky stuff, is it Irish Sea or North Sea or English Channel, but you're taking more damage. If CG is available, then that's another problem. But that's true. Renewed Vigor's been used, so it's not on the rail line, so it's not as dire as it could have been. If Sud was in Bordeaux, I'd be really worried as Dracula here. You're just asking to get... There could be a second... Who knows? There could easily be a second Renewed Vigor. I've seen hunters supply only 15 cards at the top of the deck, and they still get 2 Renewed Vigors. unlikely, but it's still possible. And I think as Dracula, you got to really be wary of that fact because okay, moving to Bordeaux is a very good move here. Start threatening that you're going to jump on him, and you could end up forcing him to sea before Mediterranean comes off the trail. There, we got the horses going. So we got going to go to Toulouse. Dracula could have gone through it. Nope. Clermont-Ferrand is still a double layer. Ooh. There's a lot going on here. If Sud has a good rail ticket or horses, which I assume he doesn't, you know, they could end up getting, you know, 2 hunters into Madrid, 100 into Lisbon, 1 into Madrid. Yeah, I think you have to be a little bit bold here with these 2 hunters and just dive into Iberia. Not to try and kill Drac or anything, but just get him to sea. Force him in a direction where you know where he's going. Yeah, Britannica's tricky, but then you suddenly get Consecrated Ground. There's no Heavenly Host and discard, so, you know, full Consecrated Ground is definitely something that Dracula has to consider. Yeah, the trail will be really short. You're looking at 3-4 cards max. And if Dracula doesn't even have time to feed either, ooh, he can be landing in Britannica with 7 or 6 health, and that's danger territory, because you might just get a 1-on-1, and that's enough. Or Heroic Leap, and then he's trapped and has to go to sea, dies. Yeah. I'm going to be interested to see how Terminus plays this. Is Terminus going to be bold, or is Terminus going to flee to sea quickly? The only reason that he might stay is because he's seen 1 renewed vigor and probably is going to do, you know, based on probability, doesn't have the second one. Thing is, if Dracula waits this turn on land and then goes to South Atlantic, Mediterranean will fall off the trail. 1 turn sooner than it used to. So this does give Dracula a lot more advantage. Dracula's staying, people. Right. If he goes to South Atlantic, now he can go to Mediterranean. Yes, that's very true, Snuff. But he hasn't used feed. I guess what do? Do you want a longer trail, or do you want to get the feed in? It's a tricky choice. It's not a clear-cut decision, that. I'd probably prefer to have the longer trail. Well, it depends. If it's a hide, then it's probably not worth it. Hmm? Why did you go to Geneva? Oh my god, he hid in Santander. He was right beside Seward. Bloody hell. So what's he done? He wolf-formed either to Saragossa or Madrid, then went up to Santander. He could be in Madrid right now. He might not be on a port city. There's no way. There's no way. Oh. That's probably the worst card you want to see up there. Yeah, 31. Oh, can you imagine if Drac was in 48, playing with fire? I assume he's not in Madrid right now, but he could be. Imagine if he went to Madrid. They're dealing with 2 encounters tonight. Ooh, only move 1. I would have probably still got to Madrid, to be honest. I know it's risky, because there's a bats in here, and you get pushed into Dracula. You don't have great strength. That's why you save great strength. Well, it's okay. He can deal with Santander, probably. Mina deals with Madrid. Sue deals with Lisbon tomorrow. Yeah, evil presence. That would have been more of a BM event card. Uh-oh. We have vampires. Sorry, I'm in a very excitable mood today. I've had a really good piece of good I've had a piece of good news today, so I'm extremely excitable. And then Fear of Dracula just makes me even more excitable, especially after the amazing game I saw earlier between Ariel and Pizza Wizard. And I was trying to Mr. Green. I mean, it's been like the perfect day, guys. And we got another game coming up. I think in an hour's time. I want to say. Oh, escape. So, glorified escape route. I'm just looking in the Discord. Is Matt King's lagging me off? Oh my goodness. Meg, there was a comment in the Discord about the No Rolls Barred video of them playing through Fear of Dracula. I got halfway through, and Met King said, "Oh, if we had two commentators, we could do Statler and Waldorf," and that's how Roscoe and I always seem to refer to each other. I mean, that was Roscoe. He referred to the Statler and Waldorf, and then Meg's just like, "I wish you had a quarter of the sheer raw charisma one of them had. They're the ultimate." Fucking brutal. Oh, love it. Anyway, good strength. Yep. As from the first combat. Oh, congrats on the good news, whatever it is. Thank you, Snuff. That's very kind. Very kind. Oh, that's another bite. Another hunter's been bitten, guys, and this time it's for real and it's gonna stick. I think that's... Oh, that means now Dracula only has to move 2 days in the 4th week. Ooh. Yeah, Snuff has just said in the chat, I like Terminus not ambushing there. I completely agree. I mean, Sewer could have easily supplied a stake, but made a calculated call that, you know, there are 2 vampires there, so we'll be able to get some sort of benefit out of the second one, even if the first one gets staked. But it's actually worked out really well for Terminus in that there are 2 vampires, neither of them got stayed and got a point out of it and got Sword bitten. So I like that a lot. That was really well played by Terminus there. I like that. I think not ambushing with vampires is an underrated thing. But I think you can get a lot of benefit out of it. I mean, it's very risky. You could have had a stake. I mean, this is looking good for Terminus here, because imagine if Seward doesn't have a stake, and Mina doesn't. So they're going to have to brute force these 2 vampires down. Because there are 2 of them, you're going to have to... Oh, wow, this is bold play. I like it. But this is very bold. He could get punished very hard for this if he's not careful. Because he could suddenly get walloped here by 200s, but he's on 13 health. You got Aggie. You gotta be careful here. But I really like this. Right, this is good stuff. If there's no stake between the 2 of them, they have to move off onto a big city to supply. If Godalming's going to come across, Godalming's committing into Iberia rather than sitting somewhere else and just supplying for free. If these mature, then Dracula can just land anywhere he wants to win. Oh, there he is. Ariel saying baiting into fog. Possibly, but Sue's got 3 event cards. Has he got forewarned? No, he doesn't. Oh, the scenes. If he had forewarned, especially since Van Helsing and Sue had traded that night. Just asking for trouble. Oh, wow. And the fact he did it to Seward rather than Mina, where Mina only has... She has one event showing and the other event hidden. So it'd be better to fog Mina, because it's less likely she'll have a forewarned. But then I guess if you move her in, if you move Seward in and doesn't get ambushed, then Mina could then get traded the forewarned by Van Helsing before she moves in. I'm not sure why she's moving there. It has to be Madrid. Unless he wants to get into position for evil presence or local rumors once he goes to sea. I think I made a mistake there. It has to be Madrid. Whoa! I mean, yeah, if these vampires mature... That's how you get them, Dracula. Bait them the big commit. Yeah. I mean, it would have been a bigger commit if there was a renewed vigor thrown in. But yes, I kind of like it. It also keeps Seward trapped a little bit, so it makes it even harder for him to deal with Santander. If Godalming has to move in to deal with this, he's not supplying. They've got Madrid to worry about. Ones with Madrid is a bats, and then suddenly you get punted into double Reckless Vampire at night. You know, you could die. I mean, the game could be over then, right? Yeah, depending on how the you know, there could be a Fang ambush, and then... Oh, no. If you kill Mina with Mesmerized Fangs combo, that'd be GG. Has Mina retired from vampire hunting to spend time on the beach? I mean... Sure. I've never been to the Alicante beach. I'm sure it's nice. Some of the beaches to the north of Barcelona look absolutely stunning. So I would have probably chosen that instead, but, I mean, I'm sure Alicante is beautiful too. Dracula can now go pirate. Yeah, Dracula can go pirate mode here for a bit. If the Hunters really commit a lot into Iberia, Dracula could just stop off in Cagliari just midway through. Just to throw down maybe another encounter, potentially something that could mature. Desperate Soil in Madrid here would be excellent. Because it will now get a benefit out of it. Right, exactly, Ariel. Right. I understand why Burcmali moves in here, because if you suddenly can forewarn this fog, or it's not fog, you can get 200, because then Mina could just charter carriage to guarantee her way in. You could hurt Dracula. If you play the combat right, you could even kill Dracula if you play the combat right. I've seen Draculas lose 2v1s very easily. I think we know Mina's items, which makes it slightly easier. Now got Godalming supplying in Small City. They're getting events, though. That's the only problem with this. If somehow this vampire is stopped, and Madrid's not a vampire, suddenly then you end up like, yeah, Dracula has to move 2 spaces, but then once if a vampire lair appears, and the Hunters are able to accumulate a lot of events. Behind the Veil, Double Desecrated Soil, Spy, Aristocratic Vampire, and something else. I mean, he's at sea, so none of these things are really... Is Mina trying to persuade Terminus from going to Cagliari? I'd want to stop at Cagliari if I could, because you want to be landing at the same time free mode activates. True, but the problem is if you go to Cagliari, you're then having to take extra damage to go into Turinian, where you just go to Turinian straight away. So this is, Wednesday moves to Mediterranean. Thursday... Friday... Saturday, Sunday, Monday... Tuesday? If you actually go all the way to Ionian, you'd be able to get into Castle Dracula in time for the healing. Ariel saying, yeah, I would stop at Cagliari to bait Mina to come in. When Dracula has virtually no choice but to escape to sea, your combat is easier because you have to do 2 or 3 less damage to him. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Unless there's a risk then that Dracula will make an additional move. This vampire is an issue though, because if it matures, then feed gets wiped. I guess if you're Dracula and you believe that Santander is going to mature, then it makes sense for you to stop at Cagliari and then feed. Right? Wednesday night, move to Mediterranean. Thursday, land. Friday, feed. Saturday, Sunday. Whoa! Imagine if that matured. That would have been awful for the hunters. Cagliari is less advantageous now. The hunters know that Cagliari vampire is unlikely. Yeah, true. I think the thing is, like, I don't think it even matters what you put in Cagliari. It's not going to mature. Dracula wins the game before it matures. So I think it's irrelevant. Yeah, good double vampire could have really backfired on him. Now, you see, if I tried that, the hunter would have a stake. But, yeah, really good play there by Terminus just to hold the, the ambush. It'd be so easy to ambush here, because ambushing with double vampire feels great. Try and get loads of points off it, but didn't want to risk it dying to Heavenly Host or something. If G has a stake, assuming if Godalming has a stake. Yeah, but why didn't he just move there yesterday then? Why did he supply? What was if he now suddenly rolled a 1 and he couldn't get there? Oh no, never mind. He's not even taking advantage of the full movement. What do you do if you're Seward? Yeah, I think you have to go back to Santander. The game ends if you don't. You have to give yourself some sort of chance. I mean, if he can stop this vampire... Oh, now he's ambushing. If you can stop this vampire, and then get a vampire lair, I mean, then Dragons have to move 3 days. That's a different game, then. Takes a lot of sea damage, doesn't stop with Cagliari, then gets consecrated grounded. Is this the hide, or the real one? It's the real one. Oh, that's risky. I probably would have ambushed with the hide one first. Fanging. Oh! Say the quote, people. Spam the chat with the quote. Come on. I won't say it until you say it. Come on. Say the line. Keep me in suspense here, guys. You're saying it one word at a time. Don't do this to me. Why are we writing it one word at a time? Just say it in one phrase. The combat will end by the time I've said it. Does that hurt him? Thank you, Snuff, for finishing it off. Before I died of old age. Good block on the knife with the mesmerize. I guess now is the question. You want to try and block with... Try and get health back or try and mesmerize, but then once now he plays Crucifix. He plays the rifle! He baits him into the claws. Well played, Burcmali. Good job. Good job. That's a dead vampire. The game is still on, people. No, you didn't have to build suspense. You didn't have to build suspense because the game has enough. Unbelievable. That's a dead vampire. That's why you don't ambush, because there's a risk that that happens. Don't get greedy for the points now. I mean, look, Seward might have supplied a stake. So he was like, well, if this vampire's going to die... But then you have to go into night combat with the other one, right? A good crucifix. Especially after the previous one not working. It would be very easy to go, oh, I don't want this item. Mesmerize. Good punch. Seward is bossing these vampires about now. He just was taken aback during the previous night combat, but now was trapped in fog for a couple of days, and now Seward has his vampire combat senses all sorted out. You guys crack me up. Bang! Into the knife. Or the crucifix. Boom! 2 dead vampires. Sit down. God, what a game. What a game. That gives Burcmali hope. I'm not saying he's going to win, but it gives him a chance. He stopped the hoax. Stopped the double vampire. Not that the high bomb is going to mature anyway, but still, for swag points, killed both and went, Yeah, exactly. Training montage under the fog. Oh, he gets rid of the stake. Imagine now he just got a vampire lair. That'd be very unfortunate he discarded the stake. I'd probably keep a stake just on the off chance you get vampire lair. Because vampire lair would actually be so valuable now. Maybe now you go to Cagliari. Because you're going to probably maybe need that mature now. I don't know if I'll be able to stream the game in 40 minutes time. I think I'm going to tire myself out. Oh, sorry, I'm just AFK for 1 second. I'm having to send a message. What's Snuff saying? I'd want to do Cagliari for the tempo of it all, then Wolf on Tabari, then Feed and Hide, but Cagliari is risky with Gadaming on Marseille. No, it's going to see again. Problem is now, Money Troll's been used, right? So this could be Turinian, but it could also be Irish Sea, English Channel, North Sea. Hunters have a problem. They don't know where he is. Ariel's hypothesizing that Terminus will end the game with the power move and just land on the super lair and Clermont-Ferrand. Just for swag points. Right, chat, put in your predictions. I guess also because Terminus didn't know if that vampire was going to mature or not. Do you think Dracula is in Turinian, Irish Sea, English Channel, or North Sea? 1 and 4. What do you all think? Put in your predictions. Everybody's watching this back after the fact, put in your predictions too. I think Turinian's more likely. But Where are you using external weather to? North Atlantic. Oh man. It'd been more efficient to go to Bordeaux and then external weather. I guess not. It's all the same, I suppose. Is Bordeaux a layer? No, it's not. Geordie says Turinian. Ariel, he lands on Le Havre tonight and then Wolf wants to Clermont-Ferrand. Nice. Then what? Then what? He's just sitting there, Saturday week 3, like, okay, I've done my big power play. And all hands just jump in on him. A hypnosis here would be massive. But I'm going to assume they don't have it. This is going to be tense for both sides here. Oh, Vampire Lair would just be so massive right now. I don't think I'd be able to do the game in 40 minutes. I'm going to tire myself out. Oh, Dracula got a card! Oh, you gotta be shitting me. He got rid of consecrated ground! Oh my god! No way! Evil present local rumors, perfect for sea movement, Lucy's revenge, great for conducting consecrated ground. Wow, really? Unite supply, and that's the card that he ends up getting? Unbelievable. I don't believe it. Oh, what is it with Burcmali and unlucky night supplies? If those of you don't know, I think it was in the spring tournament, which was 18 months ago. Burcmali was playing a game against Mr. Green. Mr. Green had accumulated something like 11 points. I think he killed a hunter and got a vampire to mature. Then, Burcmali, through his Dracula radar, managed to get him in a horrific 2-on-1 in, like, Hamburg or something, with Sense of Emergencies and Chartered Carriages. And he got Dracula down to, like, 2 health. And he was unable to go to sea or something along those lines. And then Gadami was sitting in the hospital and just goes, oh, I need to resupply. Let's night supply. He gives Mr. Green unearthly swiftness. So Mr. Green's able just to move inland and then mature aristocratic to win. It's just unbelievable. Snuff saying, yeah, I mean, Silver Lightning, he didn't give any Dracula events to the... He didn't give any Dracula events to Dracula, but, I mean... he had Consecrated Ground and hadn't used any Heavenly Hosts. Consecrated Ground could have potentially been a death sentence here if he'd managed to catch him with a Lucky Hide Scouts or something. That's unbelievable. CG was at the top. Yeah, because I guess it's the next thing that... Yeah. Oh my goodness. Out of all the cards. No need to wolf form, spot on. You don't need to do any taking more damage, just wolf, just move normally. He must be an Ionian now, I would guess. Ionian's so safe. You could even feed. I think you'd have time to feed. I mean, he has a card though. See, this could be Unearthly Swiftness. Every time I think I've seen everything with this game, it surprises me so much. It's so fun. but also incredibly cruel. Unbelievably cruel. That's unreal. I've never seen a Manuel Hildesheim snipe Consecrated Ground. I've seen it snipe 2 Forewarns. But I've never seen it snipe Consecrated Ground. Wow. Poor Burcmali. After all that hard work to kill the vampire, and there was Consecrated Ground sitting for him at the top of the deck. Wow. Well, I guess there's no renewed vigor. No, he knight supplied before a manual got drawn. Dracula got given this event card, and then a manual was given to him. So a manual was afterwards. Yeah, exactly. Go for a stroll. I mean, maybe do you want a wolf form? If you are an Ionian, you head to the castle, so you guarantee to walk into the castle in week 4, so you get then the healing. Right? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday castle gets some health back. No, it's wolf forming anyway. Wolf forming anyway. Maybe he could be adjacent to Seward, so doesn't want Seward jumping on him. Oh, he's on 7 health. All it takes is maybe a heroic leap to come out, and Dracula's then in trouble. Has he used fog yet? He's used 1 fog. When did that fog get used? I've got a terrible memory. I'm just so hyper at the moment. I actually don't know where that fog got used. Somebody in chat who is paying attention will tell me. You guys are paying attention more than me. I'm just the means of bringing the game to you, and all you guys are actually intently watching. I mean, he could still catch him. That's the thing. I've seen much weirder things with this game. Renewed Vigor with Charted Carriage could get Gadami to Salonika, could it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yes, yes. Charted Carriage first. True. The lack of a vampire lair is kind of huge for Dracula here as well. I'm going to keep saying it. Oh, Seward landed. Whoa. I would have gone across to the UK just in case. Huns are flying blind here. They have to get extremely lucky if they land on him or not. Maybe he's wolf formed to to non. He's gonna go back to Le Havre. Ah. And that's nice. In the chat. Snuff found out, yeah, that's true. I didn't... If you try to carriage... I was trying to do Charlie Carriage first, but if you try to carriage first to Belgrade, and then you get a good horse roll, you could get to Salonika. That's true stuff. That is why you're 9-1 right now. Top of the tree. Careful now, because everyone will think that you're admin and you're rigging it. I'm only joking. Yeah, I guess, are you wanting just to play safe, or you want swag points? Le Havre is the final influence. Go back to where you began. Okay. Normal move, to be expected. So, if my expectation of him going to the castle is correct, then he'll be in Bucharest right now. Good horse roll. I think if you're Godalming... I wouldn't go to Sophia there. Oh, he didn't go to Sophia. Okay, never mind. He's somewhere else. Oh, now he's moving soon back to sea. That's unfortunate. I mean, at most, Dracula will finish this game with 10 health? 10 health. That's still quite a bit. Despite all the sea movement and no desperate souls that matured. Supplies? Nope. I still can't believe that. Oh. Goodness me. Backtracking. No, that's a lair, Burcmali. It's a lair. Lair beware. I guess we'll find out now what's in it. A mob? That's a decent thing. Ooh. Yeah, that's a good lair. Especially with model Hunter jumping there. I actually thought Burcmali had consecrated ground, that's why Van Helsing wasn't moving. Yeah, I don't know, I guess he wanted to... I mean, supplying's still good, right? Van Helsing would take quite a few turns to get near the action, so why not just supply? Especially then the way that Dracula did move so many sea spaces, you know, North Sea would be a possibility. I assume he was trying to dig for a stake for like Vampire Lair or something, but... What's not saying? Fake wolf form to Salonika, then move to Valona and hide would be ideal, especially if you have fog. There's no Lucy's Revenge. Could you imagine if Godalming had Lucy's Revenge, and then with Aggie in play as well? Van Helsing could kill Dracula solo. If Dracula doesn't draw good cards, or doesn't predict Hunter turns. Pizza Wizard's here. Hello, hello. You have missed a wild ride, my friend. This game's been mental. It looks like it's going to end in a Dracula victory, unless Burcmali's able to pull the greatest of rabbits out of the hat here. Oh, hidden schemes. Could have been worse, it's not going to be relevant. So basically, the big wow factor that we had, Pizza Wizard, was Burcmali just randomly night supplied. It was Emmanuel Hildesheim. There was 6 Hunter events at the top. One of them was Lucy's Revenge, and one of them was Consecrated Ground. And Consecrated Ground was the very first thing. Right. Where's Godalming going to go? I think if he had CG, he could just rule out an entire region. Ah. I think, yeah, Valona had to be the one. He could have all formed to Valona and then backtracked, I suppose. Yeah. Knife supply is in fashion. Yeah, it'll go out of fashion if you're getting consecrated ground sniped. Don't do it, folks. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Yeah, he's so free. He's so free to go wherever he wants. I thought he was going to go to the castle, but he didn't. He could have made it there. G. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes out after this. Lol, Scott and I made the same joke. What? I'm going to be really honest. I don't know what I said, Gyro. And if what goes out? Oh, right, it goes out of fashion. Right, right, got it. Just because a risk didn't pay off doesn't mean it wasn't worth taking. Yeah, I guess it depends what you get from it. Wasn't Swansea. Thanks for streaming. You're most welcome, Gyro. I hope you had fun. There's another game starting in 20 minutes. Now, here's the thing. I've been really good the last 2 nights, and I've gone to bed at 10 PM, and I've actually slept much better. And I've woken up early and actually had reasonably productive days. So here's the question. Do I go to bed now? Or at 10 o'clock, more or less, or 10:30? Or do I stay up to stream? Yeah, exactly. If he had a 4-wound on Seward, that would have been a 2-on-1. Goodness knows what would have happened to Dracula. He could have got pummeled. It's not quite GG yet because Burcmali. Terminus might feed here. You've done your due diligence. Feel free to get some sleep. Oh, no, you're just going to take the win. Where was Dracula? Oh, he did go. He did fake wolf form. Oh, he went to Salonika. Wow. I was surprised he didn't feed. Oh, well. Honestly, he got the win, and the win is the most important thing. GG, well played. Amazing game. As someone who won't have to suffer the consequences, I say stay up and stream, but as Peter would have said, you've done your tour of duty. I guess the question is, can somebody else do it? Good game. Very fun. And I said it at the top of the live stream. Just because this is, this is not a top of the table clash, does not make it any less intriguing or exciting. When you get 2 fairly evenly matched players, fun and chaos will ensue in equal measure. And also good play, of course. There's some good play in here. We had the really, the double vampire being killed in Santander was really well played by Burcmali. Played every turn to perfection. He didn't have to kill the hide one, but still did it anyway for swag points. And yeah, it's kind of interesting. Terminus tried to switch up style here a little bit, and maybe might feel that the game was maybe a little bit less comfortable. Hey, Terminus. Welcome to the live stream. Hello, hello. Well played. Yeah, it was a good win. Good win. And I think, as I said, like, you could have got maybe an extra 3 IDS there, but at the end of the day, you got the win, and that then puts you now in a stronger position, right? You're now inside the top 12 as of right now, real time, but obviously other people have to play their games and so on, so it might not stay that way, but, all you can do is win your games. That's all you can do. You can only play who's in front of you, and if you win, you win. So yeah, very exciting stuff. Really cool game. Oh, you can cover it, Gyro. Oh, you absolute legend. Okay, I think then I will keep up with my good routine, because it's actually paid dividends for me today. I've actually had some productive day, and I've had some really good news work-wise. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently out of work. I will make this clear, it was completely self-inflicted. Don't worry, I didn't get fired. Don't worry, I didn't do anything stupid. I just needed to change. But I've received some very good news about a potential job opportunity. It's not certain, of course. But given the nature of the way that the correspondence went, it looks quite promising. And even if I don't get it, then it's still, good experience and good to go along and chat to different people and such. So I'm very thrilled by it. So, but I should probably I'll end on the high, and just, I will just relax for the next few minutes and then go to bed. And I'll Gyro, I will watch your stream while I'm in bed. It will send me off to sleep. Not because it's boring, but just because your voice is amazing. And because I fall asleep very easily. I am like a baby. Capable individual to manage staking of vampires across Europe. I wish. In real life, I'd be a fucking coward. I'd run away from them, probably. Ah, thank you, Pizza Wizard. You won't need the luck. No, I do need the luck. I do need the good luck. I appreciate it, thank you. So now I'm in a really good spirits. So yeah. Yeah, so I will sign off and I will hand the streaming duties over to the amazing Captain Gyro. The match is between Wormtalon and Ondrazot. And again, not a top of the table clash, but still vital, right? Ondrazot is trying to get his first win in the tournament, so it'd be great to see if he can do so. But also Wormtalon, you know, poor Wormtalon's had a little bit of a tricky start to the tournament. Got 2 really good wins against Jill Sandwich, and then unfortunately they got wiped off. I'll make it clear, Wormtalon chose to reset. But then had a really tough, you know, draw with Quincy and Mr. Green, and then Terminus, of course, right? And who's the other one? Snuffleupagus, of course. We know Snuff is playing very well. So yeah, it's been a bit tough for him, but Wormtalon has bundles of experience now. His 3rd tournament for him, and yeah, it'll be an exciting game for sure. And as I said, you know, even if they're close to the, you know, I don't want to say the bottom of the table, because I think nobody's at the bottom here. It's 18 of some of the best Fear of Dracula players in the world right now. So nobody's at the bottom of anything. But even if they're, you know, towards the lower parts of the table, all it takes is one good one of these players could go on a 4-game winning streak in the phase 3, and suddenly they're right in contention for qualification. During League Phase 4. So I'm going to end... Thank you for that, Gyro. That's very kind. I'm going to give a little tidbit. Do you know, based upon the flavor text... I think it's appeared on one of my live stream reels, but I don't know which one. Do you know the flavor text for Renewed Vigor? The reason why the Hunters have Renewed Vigor is only because Van Helsing told them to eat breakfast before they set off on their vampire hunting. Literally, that is the secret to Hunter success, is just eat something. Sugar for the horses. Breakfast! There you go. Don't worry, I always eat breakfast. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am... Renewed Vigor is literally breakfast. I've been saying this, exactly. I mean, I always eat breakfast. I cannot function without breakfast. I become an extremely grumpy human if I do not eat breakfast. Exactly! Who wouldn't want a pre-game bagel? I mean, honestly, with some Wisconsin cheese throughout, right? Yeah, I can't survive. I don't know what the rest of you are like, but I can't survive. And it's really weird because a lot of Spanish people don't eat breakfast. They don't eat breakfast when they wake up. They'll eat breakfast later. And I cannot fathom how people cannot eat in the morning. I wake up hungry. And it's not like I'm starving myself, but I often wake up, and the only thing that makes me get out of bed is because I'm hungry. It's that dilemma. You're tired, but you're also hungry. Which thing takes priority? Normally the hunger. So I can sleep afterwards, right? Have a siesta. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm just talking about utter nonsense at this point. Thank you very much for for watching and putting up with my stupidity and hyperactivity tonight. I'm just in a very good mood. And I've had 2 amazing games of Fear of Dracula to watch, so I am never disappointed with that. The mammal life, exactly. Tired but hungry. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. You've all been amazing. Thank you for keeping me company. It's been really nice. And yeah, as I said, Worm Talon versus Ondrazar. I think Worm Talon is Hunters. Check the Discord, Gyro. I wrote it in there correctly earlier. That's coming on very soon. If you're watching this video of mine after the fact, then please go and check out Gyro's live stream if it's live, or go and check out his channel where you'll find the live stream, which is always there. Even if you don't catch it live, you can watch it back anytime you want. And I am sure that Gyro will do a much more professional job than I've just done, where I've just basically shouted and laughed through almost 2 hours of live stream. But I'm going to go, and I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to relax. And then I will watch your stream, Gyro. With anticipation. It'll be a good game, I'm sure. Take care, everybody. You've all been amazing. And I will see you in another game of Fear of Dracula very soon. I think there might be more games tomorrow. Really? Really, Pizza Wizard? Out of all the cheeses, only cream cheese? I mean, I like cream cheese, but really? Out of all the cheeses, the plethora, the myriad, the vast spectrum of cheeses. Philly. Philadelphia. That's not even from your state. Oh, that would be... Is Philadelphia cheese actually from Philadelphia? Can you imagine the scandal if it wasn't actually from Philadelphia? So really, JB Philly just likes cream cheese. Only cream cheese on bagel. Ah. Yeah, okay, I get your point. I do like, I mean, it's not cheese, but I do like avocado on bagel. Oh, avocado and smoked salmon. Oh. Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've had, like, brie bagels. Brie bagels are good. You can't really have a hard cheese in a bagel. Yeah, I get, yeah. I think, yeah, you're probably right. You're having to lean towards the softer cheeses for a bagel. Oh, brie and, like, serrano ham bagel. Oh. You're welcome. We're just having this stupid conversation about flavor text and breakfast and cream cheese, and then there's just Geordie in the middle just going like, thanks for streaming. I can see avocado and salmon. It's just a lot of work to make. What do you mean? You mean you don't go hunting into the river like a bear and catching it as they flow upstream? That's what I do. I wish. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we were yeah, I know. Terminus. We were anticipating this amazing trap in Le Havre, and then Van Helsing just went, nope. Ah, but renewed vigor's active. You can't take a second action. No, I'm going to North Sea. What was in Le Havre? I guess bats, right? You're gonna push him into the vampire. Out of all the vampires that you had on the trail and all the combats you had, then the one that matured was an aristocratic. It's funny how this game works sometimes. It was bats. Okay. Yeah, that was a good trap. Especially Van Helsing. Because he can, especially being isolated, he can end up with crappy items. And also then, he is more vulnerable to claws, but then you normally do keep guns on him. But then he might not draw any guns, right? So he might have ended up with a death. But then again, the vampire might have died, because you would have gone into a 2-on-1 with Seward. Well, there were 2 vampires there, I suppose. Right? Because there was a... Yeah, actually, I just realized you had 2... double vampires. Non with the hide, and then Santander with the hide. Like it. Roscoe will be in touch with you, though, asking for payment, because that is his strategy patent pending, by the way. He will be very... He'll be equally proud, but also litigious that you have taken his strategy. That's okay. I'm only joking. I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear that's being played. Right, I'm going to sign off, because I said I was going to sign off 5 minutes ago, and I've just been rabbiting absolute nonsense. Take care, everybody. You've all been amazing. Have a good evening, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in another game or live stream of Fear of Dracula very soon. Bye-bye, folks. See you later.